Hey guys, once again I'm in my office. It's just a good time for me to do so, to do a video here because I'm on lunch and it's a very quiet area. This will not be the usual place I will film my videos. I will find another location for future videos. So starting out, I just wanted to cover very quickly how I got my classic look today. I did not do my brows, I forgot. But the focus of this look are the lips. It's a very bright coral color, so I really wanted to have a muted look when wearing this lipstick because I wanted that to be the focal point. So of course I used my moisturizer, my e.l.f. hydrating primer, my Physicians Formula foundation as my base. Then I allow my concealer to bake. I apply it in a triangle underneath my eyes, and I apply it down my nose, a little triangle on my forehead, Cupid's bow, and my chin to try to highlight the areas. I also used a little bit along the bottom part of my cheekbone because my contour went a little bit further down than I wanted it to, and I used that to clean it up. Now I do use the Master Conceal concealer by Maybelline in the shade Light. It works best for my skin tone and it matches well with my foundation. You don't want to have it look like you have half moons or anything underneath your eyes, so that's important for the triangle shape, and to have a concealer that's not too light. I use my e.l.f. concealer brush because it works perfectly to get into all the small grooves for me to apply my concealer flawlessly. It's also a really good tool to clean up that contour line that I had there. After that, I use my Hard Candy Contouring Trio. I use this to contour. It does look a bit dark, but I don't use a lot of product. I tap and then tap it on the edge of the container to get the excess contour powder off of there. So I'll apply it to my cheekbone, like right underneath. That's the area you want to apply it to, in the hollows of your cheek. I also apply a bit at my forehead, like at the ends of my forehead, temple, and a little bit down and around my face, just where the sun would naturally cause shadows on my face. After that, I used my Wet n Wild Mellow Wine blush. Beautiful shade. You cannot really tell in this lighting very well, but it blends really well for my skin tone. I blend everything in after my concealer has baked with my little blender brush here. It does not have a fancy name. It is a very cheap blending brush. I got it with my concealer palette that I bought on the Mercari mobile app. So not sure what this is even called, what kind of brush bristles it is, but it's a fantastic brush to blend everything in. And then after I do that, I set my concealer with, or underneath my eyes anyways, with the Ulta Pressed Setting Powder in the shade Banana, because the yellow just tends to brighten up my under eye area just a bit since I do have the circles there. Now I will cover all of that with my Stay Matte. You can tell I love it, it's all worn off, with my Stay Matte powder and my e.l.f. powder brush. Then I had applied a little bit of my Illuminating palette here as a highlight, as you can see right there. It's got that nice little glow to it. Then I went to do my eyeshadow. I know some people do the eyeshadow first. I do mine last, and if I need to touch up with my concealer to get any of the fallout away, I do. But I used this quad today. This is set up to do duos, trios, or quads. So I guess that way. So I did this quad today, but I did not do the V right here. I did not do that shade. I just did the three. I did that as my highlight, my crease color, and then my lid color because I wanted a very neutral eye color there. I used the Smashbox X-Rated mascara just to give me a little bit of a lift. I did not use my eyelash curler today. I didn't want to have really full lashes, but I did want to have something a bit noticeable. I'm not wearing eyeliner because, once again, I wanted the focal point to be my lips. Now, the shining star of this look is this L'Oreal Paris lipstick that I found on clearance at Rite Aid. I paid $2 for it. It's originally $9 there, and it is this beautiful coral red shade, actually in 410 Volcanic. Very beautiful shade. It pops very, very well, and I love it. I was complimented on it earlier today. I was told I had very full lips. It's just the lipstick. So as for the brushes I use, I showed you my e.l.f. contour or e.l.f. concealer brush, my little fake synthetic brush, my powder brush, but for my eyes I use this e.l.f. professional eyeshadow brush for the highlight area right through there. I use the e.l.f. crease brush just to kind of get right into that crease, and you don't want to really push, you just want to lightly at the tip, at the very end of your eyeshadow brush, you want to just kind of hold it there and then go through in this little sweeping motion. And then for my lid, I use the Ulta eyeshadow precision brush. So you take your shadow and then you just kind of pat it on, and then you can smooth on from there. So perfect trio to get your eyeshadow on and looking flawless. So that is it for my classic look. I tried to keep it very neutral, very muted. I wish that I would have been able to do my brows today, but ran off and forgot. So if you have any questions or comments, leave me a comment below or comment on the blog and let me know what you think. Thanks, guys.